Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a dense and ancient forest, there was a group of 4 friends, a mix of adventure seekers and skeptics. They had come to explore, to test their courage, and to unravel a story that had haunted this place for over a century. Jason, the leader of the group, was the first to speak as he checked the map. "We're close. The abandoned house should be just ahead." Lucy, the most adventurous of them all, bounced excitedly. "I can't wait to see it. They say this house is over 100 years old." Ben, the skeptic, scowled. "You believe in ghost stories now? This place feels like a trap." Emma, the most timid, whispered in fear, "Something's wrong here. I feel it." The group reached a massive, ancient tree. Its roots twisted like serpents, and its bark was marked with a strange, glowing symbol. The wind whispered through the branches, as if warning them to leave. Emma stepped back, her breath catching in her throat. "This tree. It's cursed, I know it." Jason laughed it off, trying to ease the tension. "It's just an old tree. Don't let it get to you." The group moved on and finally arrived at the abandoned house. It was a crumbling structure, its windows broken, and the walls covered in ivy. The air was thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional creak of the old wood. As they entered the house, the floor creaked beneath their feet, the dust heavy in the air. Strange symbols were painted on the walls and floor, echoing the symbol on the tree. Lucy, ever the brave one, marveled at the surroundings. "This place is amazing, like a relic of the past." But Emma was too afraid to even look around. She gripped her backpack tightly. "We need to leave this place. It feels wrong." Suddenly, a loud crash echoed from upstairs, causing the walls to tremble. Dust and debris fell from the ceiling. "What was that?" Ben asked, his voice filled with panic. They all froze. The cold air grew heavier, and the symbols on the floor began to glow faintly, the room growing darker with every passing moment. The witch appeared, her face twisted in anger. She wore tattered robes, her eyes glowing green, the same eerie color as the symbols. "She's here," Emma gasped, her voice barely a whisper. The witch raised her hand, and a gust of wind slammed Jason backward, throwing him against the wall. Lucy, frantic, spotted an old book half buried beneath the floorboards. She pulled it out, her hands trembling. "This is it," Lucy exclaimed, flipping through the pages. "This is how we stop her." Lucy began chanting from the book, her voice shaking. The symbols on the floor started to glow brighter, and the room began to shake as if the very earth beneath them was trembling. The witch screamed as the glowing symbols burned into the ground. Her body began to disintegrate into black smoke, sucked back into the cursed tree outside. By dawn, the forest had quieted. The curse was broken, and the haunted house stood empty once more. The friends, tired and shaken, walked away from the cursed place, the first rays of sunlight piercing through the trees. As they left, a whisper on the wind was heard, carrying the words of the witch. "I will return."